Away and running. Good start. Chrissy N was the first one to go. Pacia's right there too. And deep on the track is On My Way to Save the Day. The pink colors of Diamond Sue takes over the leading role, and Persuasive is 4 paths deep. And a hot pace to chase leaves American Select last of all. 5 ladies fanned across the track, and Chrissy N protects the inside to have a neck in front. Diamond Sue throttles that speed to be in second, and Pacia's right off the inside, tracking now in second, and Persuasive is 4 deep for the back of the track run. On My Way to Save the Day is 5 deep, and 6 wide is American Select. There's been no breathers up top in this pace tug-of-war, and Persuasive emerges from the tree-lined shadows of the backstretch and shows the way by a long neck. Chrissy N is right there trying to apply the heat in second, and Persuasive loops up with them, and so does On My Way to Save the Day. They go towards the 3.5. Persuasive still calls the shots 3/4 of a length. Right there challenging hard is American Select. Chrissy N continues to ride that rail to no avail. On My Way to Save the Day is struggling fourth, and the others two need to sprout wings as Persuasive continues to hold all the aces. Jockey looks back to see a 1.5 length lead. American Select continues to chase in second, and Chrissy N rides that rail as they turn for home. Persuasive's the one to catch and leads by 1.5 lengths. American Select with this long, steady grind, trying to catch a leg-weary leader. Persuasive still holding them all at bay. American Select is making inroads, but running out of ground and running out of time. Persuasive has won it. American Select was second best. On My Way to Save the Day was third, and Chrissy N was fourth. Away and running. Hustling speed from Palace Revolt. The rail speed of King of the World is right there too. And Spurious also mixes up, and those the first three that pinged. And Quahog Republic came away in fourth. Anderman is a tracking fifth in front of Cedars Estate, and Boyd's Band is wide and out of trouble. So Spurious in the white cap has a nose in front. Palace Revolt counters in the middle, and King of the World starts to back up fast. Anderman has sought a sweet trip today, and here comes Anderman on the far outside to confront Spurious at the 3-furlong pole. Palace Revolt needs to do better. Here comes Quahog Republic, and Boyd's Band now races very wide. Here's the quarter pole, and Anderman kicks for the money and leads by a nose. Spurious is right there to take him on. Then Quahog Republic deep on the track is Boyd's Band. They swing, and Spurious continues to lead with a tail swishing half-length advantage. Anderman with a long steady grind, and these two go 1-2 past the final furlong. Spurious holding on by a thread. Anderman's getting closer. Anderman is trying to get up in the final jump. Here's the result. Anderman got it by a neck to beat Spurious, Quahog Republic, and Palace Revolt. Away and running. Hustling speed for Penny Polka. Recognize Me chimes in, and Always Forward is yielding to the top two. Coal Mine came away a handy fourth. Second to last is Beachgrass, and Bottle Rocket on hold at the back of the pack. There's 7 furlongs to go, and the first move is coming from Coal Mine on the far outside to take over the leading role. Penny Polka chases her speed in that second place position, and Recognize Me stays glued towards the rail in that third place spot. Always Forward under a loose rein tries to get closer amongst the top three, and there's a big break back to Bottle Rocket, who's claimed one, and Beachgrass is last of all. So Coal Mine is going to being the 3 path past the 5 furlong pole, but she has the lead by 3/4 of a length. Penny Polka on a cozy hold in second. Right there behind the both of the leading ladies is Recognize Me in third, and Always Forge deep at the 3.5. A distant fifth is Beachgrass, and Bottle Rockets ask for a bit more, now claims fifth. They turn again, and it's still Penny Polka calling the shots. The lead is down a half a length. Coal Mine is chased throughout. Always Forward is getting closer in a great big way. Recognize Me's behind the speed, needs the inside to open, and these 4 ladies are stretched across the track. And Recognize Me takes that inside passage to strike the front as they turn for home. And Recognize Me is the one to catch and is opened up willingly by 2. Chasing in the center of the track is Always Forward. Right there is Penny Polka, and floundering in fourth is Bottle Rocket inside the final furlong. Recognize Me with that long, steady grind from off the pace is long gone. Always Forward moves into second, but they're not catching the favorite. Recognize Me has won it. Always Forward was second, Penny Polka was third, and the third race of the day was easy as 1, 2, 3. Away and running. Good speed one from the outside from It's Nancy Time now, and gets right over to the inside. Line of Frost came away in second, and Letter Sizzle is in that third place position. Coco Mills tracks the top 3 ladies in fourth. Deep on the track is Dutchman's Map. Just My Imagination has one beaten, and Keep Her Happy's last of all. They swing left for the first time. It's Nancy Time now, shows the way 3/4 of a length. Line of Frost pops off the inside to take a shot at this lonesome leader as they point towards the 5.5, and a 3-pronged battle ensues behind that one. From the inside out, Coco Mills. Deepest on the track is Letter Sizzle, and in between rivals is Dutchman's Map. And the next cluster of 2 includes Just My Imagination and Keep Her Happy as last of all. 4 furlongs to go for It's Nancy Time now. Really walking the dog in the front end too, shows the way by 1. Line of Frost has no excuses, chasing well and off the inside for a clear shot at her, and a length and a half down from the leaders is Dutchman's Map in between rivals. Coco Mills stays towards the rail. Letter Sizzle comes under a heavy drive. Keep Her Happy's desperately looking for room, and last of all, Just My Imagination. The quarter pulls in sight, and It's Nancy Time now continues the lead, and Line of Frost continues the chase. Dutchman's Map is set going, and so is Coco Mills as they turn for home. It's Nancy Time now, shows the way by 1. Coco Mills pulls off the inside, and here she comes. It's Coco Mills to confront It's Nancy Time now. It's Nancy Time now, digs in for the fight. Coco Mills tenacious on the far outside. Coco Mills is going to get there in the final jump. Photo! Head bob between It's Nancy Time now, Coco Mills, that's for the judges. Away and running. Poor start for enough already. Kernis, with that dazzling speed per the huge, has the lead. Chasing up the rail is Artwell, and deep on the track, Peruvian Lucky is right there as well. Strategist has a good battle in the red cap, chasing a top 3 up front, and up the inside, Winooski has one beaten, and a slow stuff needs enough already at the back of the pack, so they slow it right down, and Kernis taking full advantage of that, and Artwell is right there going to yield to that lead, and Kernis is the leader at the 5.5, shows the way by a long half length. Artwell continues to stay at that pace tug of war from that second place position up the rail, and Peruvian Lucky starts to get going on the far outside to take second away. Strategist is right there chasing the top three in a paceless affair. Still second to last is Winooski, and last of all was Enough Already. So Kurnis off at 1-9 at last glance leads the way by a length. Peruvian Lucky right there tracking the speed in second. Artwell continues to loop up on the inside. Strategist has asked for a bit more, not responding as of yet. Enough Already's got one, and that's Winooski at the back of the pack, but Kurnis now slipping away from the opposition and leads by 4 open lengths. Holding on for second is Peruvian Lucky. That might be short-lived as Strategist is trying to set a light on the far outside, and Enough Already's deep as they turn for home. Kurnis, with all that heavy support, looks for the competition, and there's no one around. Strategist now lands second. Deep on the track, Enough Already continues to battle Peruvian Lucky, who's not going down without a fight for the minors, but it's all Kurnis. Kurnis just totally crushed the opposition. Strategist was second, and there's a show photo involving Enough Already and Peruvian Lucky. Away and running. Good start. Speed on the outside from Misspent. One from the inside. Bucking right is right there too. And there goes Knit Witness. And the pink cap of Glows in the Dark's in the firing line alongside Blessed Candy. And this pace is hot. And Baja Secret comes in. You can throw a blanket over them. There's only one lane covering tip to tail. So Baja Secret takes the inside trail to strike the front. Bucking right is right there too. Knit Witness is 3 wide. 4 deep Blessed Candy. 5 deep is Misspent. And Glows in the Dark has the run of the race if he can find a way through. Around the bend with 3/8 of a mile to go. Knit Witness comes calling for the lead. Blessed Candy is in for the fight in second, and Misspent is right there third. Now here comes Glows in the Dark. She's motoring home in fourth, but still needs to catch the top three at the top of the stretch. Blessed Candy trying to turn the tables over Knit Witness, and peeling off the rail comes Glows in the Dark. Misspent in the firing line too. 4 cross the track in the final furlong. Blessed Candy leads, pushes come to shove, and there goes Glows in the Dark. This was the one who sought the perfect trip, and the public hammered her late. Glows in the Dark has won it. Blessed Candy was second, Misspent third, and Bucking Right was fourth. Away and running. Slow starts for Catch Me a Catch and Mended Heart. Good speed from Cozy Rosie and Rapaz. Run Wild at even money at last clicks. It's a perfect trip. And Tula's up the inside in fourth. Coquila Miss tries to challenge Catch Me a Catch. Then deep on the track is Countless Blessings and Mended Hearts last of all. It's a well stretched out field, and it's Rapaz at the head of the group, showing the way by 3 open lengths. Cozy Rosie will try to chase from second, and Run Wild with a stacked U.S. jockey in the saddle passes the 5 furlong pole in the third place spot. There's a gap of 2 back to Tula, who tracks nicely in fourth, and Coquila Miss starts to pick him off up the inside. Catch Me a Catch had a slow start. Up the inside is Mended Heart, and that one travels with Countless Blessings. There's 3.5 furlongs to go. Rapaz bet down from a 10-1 morning line to 2-1, shows the way by almost 3, but Run Wild right behind, waiting for the jockey to say go. Up the fence against Cozy Rosie's in third. On the outside, Catch Me a Catch is closing into it, along with Tula and Kokila Miss. Here's the quarter pole for Rapaz, still struts her stuff to a 1-length lead. Cozy Rosie's trying to pounce when it counts, and Run Wild circles up on the far outside. Here's Cozy Rosie to go up and go past Rapaz in the middle of the stretch, and Cozy Rosie kicks for home. Rapaz is tough as nails. Nothing from Run Wild today. Kokila Miss is late on the scene. Cozy Rosie's got it done. Cozy Rosie just paid a $20 bill to win, to beat Rapaz, who was second. Show photo between Run Wild and Kokila Miss. Away and running. Good speed today from Sterling Cat and 5 o'clock somewhere. They break 1-2, and Caprichosa in front protects that inside position early on. Very wide is Dina Belonging. Irish Coco's also in the firing line. Missy Moosey heads 1, and Rehoboth Avenue, the long shot, is last of all. So that's the 7 ladies going to the 6.5, and it's Sterling Cat on top of the field, but it's only a nose in front. 5 o'clock somewhere wants to lead badly, but the jockey takes a firm hold on her, and Dina Belonging's caught wide for the back of the track run. Caprichosa in front sits a good trip today and has company with Irish Coco, and those 5 are 3 lanes clear in front of Rehoboth Avenue, who's in front of 1, and Missy Moosey at the back of the pack. So a light pace battle here between Sterling Cat and 5 o'clock somewhere. There's been no breathers up top despite a slow fraction, and Dina Belonging goes very wide once again. Irish Coco behind the 3 ladies hasn't been asked just yet. Caprichosa in front, also on the same page. Missy Moosey tries to get going from the back of the pack of Rehoboth Avenue, protects that rail position as they turn again. There are no torn tickets yet, and here comes the rail kick from Caprichosa in front. Gotta confront now. 5 o'clock somewhere, looping up on the outside is Irish Coco. Even wider than that is Dina Belonging as they turn for home. 5 o'clock somewhere under massive attack, and Irish Coco takes the lead and kicks for home. The long shot Rehoboth Avenue is going to try to close into second, but kicking away is Irish Coco with a winning break 2. 5 o'clock somewhere battles Rehoboth Avenue up the inside. Caprichosa in front. It's all Irish Coco to score. The longest shot on the board was second, and that was Rehoboth Avenue in front of Caprichosa in front, who was third. 5 o'clock somewhere was fourth. Away and running. Good inside speed from Compass Fire. Warda is also showing good early speed, and there goes Band Sweetheart. And those are the first 3 as they settle down. Coming away handy fourth was True Sunshine, and last of all is Birdie's Cause. So it's Warda on top of the group, and the gray leads the way. Chasing in second is Compass Fire, and right in between rivals is Band Sweetheart, right there with no excuses from third. True Sunshine's on a very tight hold, only 1.5 lengths off the lead, and Birdie's Cause is last of all. Here's the far turn for Warda. 4-5 at last flash, shows the way by 2 authoritative lengths. Band Sweetheart, the longest shot on the boards, trying to hold second. The green cap of True Sunshine tries to get going with Compass Fire, and still last of all is Birdie's Cause as they turn for home. Warda's in hand and in command, and she hasn't taken a deep breath yet. They turn for home, and Warda has built up a 4-length lead. Band Sweetheart, the longest shot on the boards, trying to hold second but can't. Compass Fire comes with a rail skimming run, and True Sunshine right down the outside, but Warda looks so good around the track, and Warda lived up to the 4-5 hype. Compass Fire held second. True Sunshine was third. Band Sweetheart was fourth.
There's only one